Hey everybody, I'm William,
I'm Kina.
and we
And
are
we're
the
the
Nerdy
Nerdyweds.
Weds.
We're here with Al Sterling, and you run the con. This is your baby, right?
Yep,
Okay, so you want to tell us a little bit about it?
sure. So I'm Al Sterling. I'm in charge of Meeples and Peoples, small convention, board game convention, meeting in Orlando, Florida. We started Meeples and Peoples off of the idea that I wanted a convention that I could go to where I would be happy to go, and my wife, who is very casual in the board game world, would also be happy to go. So we wanted something kind of met those two pieces together. And so we did our first one last year. We had 19 people at a small hotel. It was really nice. And then this year we're up to 60 and added an extra day to it and having a really good time.
And it's a small con, like you said, but you have a lot going on. You're doing tournaments, and you have a gaming library. And what are some other things that you want to see come out of this con?
Actually, I know I'm supposed to probably say get bigger, but I really don't know that I do. We capped out at 60, and I've been really happy with that because it's an intimate kind of getting to know you and all that. We have a couple. We have, I think, 3 tournaments, a couple how to plays, and then a couple like silly stuff that goes on. Where actually one of our tournaments is a Connect 4 tournament, and I've got chess timers. It'll be a timed game and all of that. But we also have a happy hour at 4 p.m. every day because the hotel we're at has a really great Irish bar right next door. So it's. I think the main thing I want going forward is to keep this vibe. I want to keep this very friendly, relaxed, we're all here to have a good time vibe.
Okay, I like that. Every con has an identity. And for you to say you intentionally want to keep it small, that is actually one of the things that attracted us to this con because we go to a lot of them.
Yeah.
And when you do that, sometimes they can kind of become the same.
Yes.
And you get in that comparison game.
Yeah.
But when you carve out your own little identity within the space, that can make you stand out, and we totally get the vibe you're going for, and we like it.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, and it was very much, it's very tempting to continue to get bigger because you start looking, well, I could get bigger and I could get bigger, but at what cost? This I still have a full-time job. As a matter of fact, next year Meeples and Peoples will be a 501c3 nonprofit, and we'll actually be donating all the proceeds from the convention to Fostering Kindness, which is a local nonprofit that services foster children in Central Florida. So that's what we decided we wanted to do with this, and that's kind of the way we're going. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you were talking about before we started the recording, you were talking about what you did before and how this was birthed out of that. Any advice you want to give to people with a dream that they're trying to bring to reality within this space?
Yeah, it's not a popular one, but I would say keep it simple, start small. Resist the urge to grow for the sake of growing. If you don't have a solid foundation, if you're not building off of something strong, then you're way more likely to fall apart. But if you've got something that you believe in, you're going to find that people want to come over and help, and they want to be a part of that, both in the community space as well as in the people that want to start volunteering. And if you just take your time with it, and you get lucky because there is a nice sized chunk of this that's always luck, you'll be good to go.
Anything that you want to talk about or mention before we sign off, you can do so here.
You know what? I think one of my things I'm most passionate about in the geek space is keeping it accessible for everybody. I think it is very easy for us to fall into this others thing, and as an elder geek, I guess, I remember getting bullied and picked on for liking D&D and liking comic books and whatever else, and I want to be one more voice that is against any of the gatekeeping. This should be a community for everybody. This should be something where everybody is welcome in, and if that's not the way you feel, then feel free to skip my con.
Love that. That's a great note to end on because
Thanks.
We want more people to get into gaming, and if we limit it and to feel safe here,
Yeah.
when you limit it, then who are you going to play the games with?
Exactly.
Just going to be only solo games.
Exactly.
And there's space for that. But a lot of what we enjoy is playing these games with other people.
Absolutely.
So the gatekeeping, we don't need to do that. So thank
Not
you for your words. And
Absolutely.
on a different topic, on the same topic, But you started out with the podcast. Hopefully,
Yeah.
you bring that back.
I do. I did a podcast for 5 years, and I absolutely loved it, and I miss it every day. And I keep wanting to do it, but I think if I add one more thing, my wife might eventually start to get annoyed with me. So it's you got to manage the time, I guess.
Yes,
but I miss it. I miss it a whole bunch.
That is true. Thank you for taking the time
Absolutely.
out of running in the con to stop and talk to us. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time,
Stay nerdy.